Morning, students. Welcome to the academic year 2020-21. This academic year, myself, S.I. Sunil, working as assistant professor in SVT, SPMVV. This year, for your final year first semester, ECE branch, dealing the subject is cellular and mobile communication. All the students, before entering into this Microsoft Teams apps, please mute your video. When mute your video and audio means we are getting better bandwidth and without any interruption for online classes. For this purpose, all the students make sure that mute your audio and video. First of all, what is the syllabus and what are the course outcomes, what are the course objectives, and continuation with we discuss about basics of communications. Why? Because you are directly enter into the mobile communication subject. It is difficult to people without knowing the basics of telecommunications directly enter into the telecommunication. That's why today first we have to go the right now the syllabus of the right. Yes, syllabus communication having 4 lecture periods and 4 credits. The main course objective of this study the concept of mobile radio propagation and system design. Here, mobile radio propagation, how signals are coming from cellular to your mobile phone, similarly for mobile phone to whatever, and how to design cellular system. Nothing but that basis for right? Concepts of CDMA technologies which are in our present forms, and to understand the different types of multiple techniques which we are using multiple learning. How the number of users can share the concept of multiple techniques, and to develop the ability to search, select, organize, and present information on new technologies in mobile and cellular communication. These are the main 4 course objectives of this cellular mobile communication. And course outcomes of this mobile communication. Here, the course outcomes is nothing but what the end once the course is ending. What are the benefits we are getting? Benefits of this students nothing but they understand the cellular communication basic. And cellular, what are the type of technology available, and what are the different types of antennas which we are using, and various methodologies to improve the capacity of a cellular system. These are the 5 course outcomes are learned in the course for each and every student. Next, we have the syllabus of this telecommunications. Unit 1 is Introduction to Cellular Mobile System. Here in this Unit 1, we have to discuss about the basic system of a cellular network and what are the main components we have to discuss, and what are the different types of analog and digital cellular systems we have to discuss, and what are the components and what are the different types of antennas which we are using. These are the different topics in Unit 1. And second unit is cell coverage for signal and traffic. Here in this, we have to how to transmit a signal from one point to another point through wireless, and what are the different types of losses they are going, and how to overcome. This is done in unit. Unit is interference. Here interference nothing but once the different types of noises occurs, how to overcome by using better system. And unit 4 is frequency management and channel assignment. Here is frequency channel assignment nothing. First, how to take the frequency spectrum for wireless connectivity. Once there is a frequency spectrum, how to divide the number of channels and allocate how channels are allocated to particular users. This is the concept of frequency management and channel assignment. And not only frequency management channel assignment, in unit 4 we discussed handoff also. Handoff is nothing but mobile unit moving from one place to another place at that time without terminating the call, how the channels are allocated. That is the handoff. The fifth unit is digital cellular system. Here in this digital cellular system, we discuss about different types of multiple access. The GSM global system for mobile, and the textbook, main textbooks which we are using for this subject is Mobile Cellular Telecommunications Analog and Digital Systems by W.C.Y. Lee is the main textbook. The second main textbook is Wireless Communication by Rappaport. The remaining are best textbooks which you are having under basics. Now, the syllabus of this cellular mobile communication, I am after the end of this session in your Microsoft Teams app. All students must regularly do the because this in online classes the attendance is recorded automatically. We are not at all taking any attendance directly manually. That is automatically. Before cellular and mobile communication, we go for telecom. Because about telecommunication networks. Here, the basics of telecommunication networks. Before going to the unit 1, first to discuss the basic concepts of telecommunication, the introduction to telecommunication system, the fundamentals of telecommunication. Right. First of all, discuss about communication system. What is communication? Communication is nothing but transmitting and receiving the information one point to another point. Right. Information is either audio, either video, or some data. It is in the form of electrical form or signals. Radio and light form nothing, but it depends upon the type of medium which we are using. Here, at the time of transmission and reception, we are using encoding the information and decoding the information. Encoding at decoding at the reception. Here, today we have transmit multimedia data also. One point, other point, that is multimedia data, nothing but voice, video, music, email, web pages, like that. And one best example of this system, nothing but radio network and phones, hand phones, and satellite Bluetooth networks. Radio and TV broadcasting. What do you mean radio and TV broadcasting? Broadcasting is nothing but to many only from single transmission. Broadcasting. That's why we are using this one is radio and TV broadcasting. It's a STN phone network. I think telephone. Application of this telephone voice is for internal purpose also. For internal purpose and voice. Presently, we are using networks available and satellites and Bluetooth. Right. Here, at the time of designing communication system, we have to take some parameters. These the selection of the information, the type of information, whether the information is text message, the information is audio, whether the information is video. Based upon this, depends upon that one only. We have to go for bandwidth. So for text, we want to require less bandwidth. For this transmission, we require more bandwidth. Based on selection information, we have to go for bandwidth and power requirement. And second, next one is noise. How to overcome noise and cost of the system. These are 4 parameters before going to design a communication system. We have to take the right. Next, the communication system to transmit information from one point to other point, that is transmit receiver, destination, simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. Here, simplex is nothing but transmission of information from one point to the point, single, but not two-way communication. This simplex is broadcasting. The next one is half duplex. Here, the half duplex is nothing but transmit information from receiver at the same time, transmit receiver and receiver to, but not same time. We have to transmit both sides, but at not a same time. The best example is internet surfing. Right? Once you have to go for Google, we have to type query, send. Then after few seconds, we are getting that related answer. Right? Is about half duplex. Full duplex. Here the full duplex is nothing but we have to transmit data in a both way simultaneously. The best example full duplex is our cell phone. That is at that time we have to go for conversation takes place. Right. Next application is local area network. What is my local area network? Here the local area in the term shows local area network. The maximum coverage radius of this local area network is 1 kilometer. Here the connection takes place from number of systems through wide LAN or wireless. Suppose I go wide LAN, we are using at the time of transmission breaking into data into packets, then transmit each packet at a time by the concept of packet switching. You see, next one is wireless local area network. Here in this wireless area local network, we are having a hub is fixed at the roof of the top of the room, and we can access through that router or hub. Here also using packet switching. The best example is available in our college Wi-Fi for Wi-Fi connection. Next one is wide area network. Here in this wide area network, we can transmit for with the coverage of some kilometers. We have to take the connection from between the two parts in terms of kilometer. The protocol name which we are using is TCP/IP protocol, and it is very flexible topology. Here, for the connection takes place by using either satellites for wireless and fiber lines. And there are different types of sources and systems available is digital and analog sources and digital and analog systems. Here in digital and analog system, nothing but in analog system is nothing but an analog information source which produces message which is in the form of continuation. But in digital information source, it is in the form of zeros and ones. This is the basic block diagram of the digital and analog sources systems. Here in this digital and analog sources systems having input message, input transducer, transmitter, channel, receiver, output transducer, output message. Once we have to give input message, we have to go for by using input side, that is encoding. The transducer is nothing but at the input side is encoding, at the receiving side is decoding. Once the encoding, then transmits through the channel. From channel to receiver, again decode, we are getting output message. Now I had to go for what is going to be a digital communication system, what is going to be analog communication system. Right. Here, digital communication system, both input and output of this information is in our digital form. For analog communication system, the input and output message in form of analog form. That is continuation. These are shows analog and digital signal, a pictorial representation. Right. Now let us discuss about what are the different difference between analog and digital system. Here the first one is basic difference technology. Here in the based upon this technology, analog is a continuation and digital is in the form of zeros and ones representation. What is the uses? Here in analog system using analog system old method and digital systems we are using in electronics today. And based upon signal, we have to differentiate it, and based on representative, we have to difference and applications and data transmission. And data transmission is the main advantage of digital compared to analog. In data transmission is high quality in digital, right? Right. Some of the advantages of digital communication compared to analog communication. Here, the speed of transmitting information is high in digital communication for long distance purpose and very less noise generated, and errors also very less, and we are getting more secure based upon encoding and decoding. We can transmit length of information also by using compression and decompression methods. But the main drawback of digital communication is bandwidth. Sometimes the bandwidth problems and synchronization problems occurs. And what is meant by encoding and decoding for a digital communication? Here, encoding and decoding, especially which is used for privacy purpose. Here, first I have to take the example digital source. We are taking digital input. We are taking, and given to the second part of is encoding and signal processing. You can change the format. You can change the format, then modulation, then transmits. Once that transmits the signal through channel, as the receiver, go for demodulation, then decoding, finally getting original digital information. Right. These are the main block diagram of the encoding and decoding of a digital communication. Already you know this block diagram. You are studying in digital communication. Here the noise. The term shows noise. Noise is added in the channel. Already you know that the basics of communication system, the components having three components: transmitter, receiver, and channel. I already know that this is the source we are taking information, and which is given to transmitter and transmit through channel and receive the and decode, and finally we are getting original message. Right. What are the main points till now we are discussed about? What is meant by information? What is meant by analog information? What is meant by digital information? what is the basics of communication system. Till now we discussed the main points. Right. Next we are going for channel or medium, transmission medium or transmission channel. This is the main part of this any communication system. There are two types of transmission mediums or channel. One is guided medium and second one is unguided medium. Guided medium is nothing but wire. Unguided medium is wireless. Right. Here in this guided medium, nothing but a wired connection can be takes place between transmitter to receiver. For unguided, a wireless channel is available. Right. What are the designing factors for this mediums? It depends upon bandwidth, transmission impairments, that is attenuation and distance, and interference, and number of receivers. Based upon these four parameters or factors, we have to take the mediums. Right. Here in this slide shows electromagnetic spectrum. Here this electromagnetic spectrum starts from 10 hertz to 10 power 15 hertz. This can be divided into number of levels: ELF, VF, ELF, LF, MF, HF, VHF, UHF, SHF, EHF. Different levels can divide into another. That is low level frequency, very low level frequency, medium frequency, high level frequency, very high level, ultra high. Like this, we have to divide. Here, first we have to go for guided medium. Here, guided medium best examples are twisted pair cables, coaxial cables. For unguided medium, wireless. Right. Here, see this from this electromagnetic spectrum. Suppose you are taking guided medium, twisted pair cable, having starts from the frequency spectrum starts from 10 to 10 power 8. Similarly, coaxial cable 10 power 3 to 10 power 9. Similarly, for optical fiber cable 10 power 14 to 10 power 15. See this, compare this optical fiber cable is the highest frequency, that is 10 power 14 to 10 power 15. Right. That's why in optical fiber cables, more bandwidth frequency, nothing but more bandwidth available, automatic high speed data transmission. Now we have to go for briefly discuss about guided transmission media. In this guided transmission media, we have to discuss basically three examples: twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, optical fiber cable. Here, twisted pair cable, nothing but two positive and negative wires can be twisted together for transmission purpose. The frequency range is 0 to 3.5 kilohertz with the attenuation of 0.2 dB per kilometer, and typical delay is 50 microsecond per kilometer, and repeater spacing is 2 kilometers. Right. What is the attenuation? Loss of a signal. For every kilometer, 0.2 dB loss we are getting in twisted pair cable. And what is meant by delay? That is within the time, sometimes the transmission of a signal, it takes more time to transmit. Or that we have to calculate delay. The maximum delay for this twisted pair cable is 50 microseconds per kilometer. And repeater spacing. What is meant by repeater? Repeater is nothing but amplifier, which is used in between transmitter to receiver. What is the use of repeater? Here the use of that repeater is, suppose we have to go for, especially take the example of radio broadcasting. The radio station is available in the Vijayawada, but receiver is available, radio receiver is available Tirupati. Is it possible to transmit the signal for this around 600 kilometers long distance? It is not possible. At that time, for every kilometers in between Vijayawada to Tirupati, we are using repeaters. That is, the repeaters is here. The repeaters are used that is receive the signal and amplify, then retransmit. Suppose from in between Vijayawada to Tirupati, every 50 kilometers having one repeater station is available. Here, here we have received the signal, amplify, retransmit. Then only the signal without attenuation to transmit for long distance. That is number of intermediates here. From Vijayawada to near to Guntur, one repeater station is from Guntur to Ongole, one another repeat station, and Ongole to Kavali, Kavali to Nellore, Nellore to Gudur, Gudur to Srikalahasti, Srikalahasti to Tirupati. Likewise, the repeater stations are available. Similarly, for twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and optical fiber cable. Here, coaxial cable is more frequency range than the twisted pair cable. Here, based upon this, the coaxial cable supports video signals transmission, but twisted pair cable supports only voice signals. Similar for optical fiber cable, it is in the high frequency range. For high frequency range, nothing but automatically the repeater spacing can be less than transmit for long distance without attenuation. See this twisted pair cable, two wires can be twisted together, and which is used for voice transmission at a distance. And the examples applications of twisted pair cable is telephone network, that is landline telephone, for local LAN connection, and private branch exchanges. Here we are using both analog and digital type of sources which were used for this twisted pair cable. And for its coaxial cable, here the coaxial cable having 4 layers, that is outer sheet, which is used for protection for environment. The second one is outer conductor, which is just like mesh type material we are using. That one is insulation, that is insulation is a plastic material in white color, and inner conductor is a copper conductor. Right, these are the layers of coaxial cable. This is nothing but your dish cables in your home, right, which is used for transmission of videos. That is likewise same. We have to go for another picture diagram. Right, mostly these coaxial cables which we are using in televisions for transmission for a videos. Right. Next one is optical fiber cable. Before we are using twisted pair cable and coaxial cables, with those two are supports electrical signals. But now we are going for optical fiber. These are also guided media, but this supports light signals. That is, it is a hollow cylindrical structure. It supports light signals only, nothing but we have to transmit electrical signals through this optical fiber. It directly is not possible. Conversion can be takes place. Here conversion nothing but first I have to take electrical signal, convert into light signal, then transmits through optical fiber cable. At the receiving side, again conversion from light signal to electrical signal. At the transmitting side, conversion from electrical to light or optical signal by using LEDs or lasers. At the receiving side, conversion from light to electrical signal by using photodiodes. This is the layers we are using. Here these are the layers of optical fiber cable having 3 layers. Upper layer is jacket, next layer is cladding, next layer is core. In that core only supports the transmission of light signal by the concept of total internal reflections. These are optical fiber connectors. Right. Optical fiber, what are the benefits of this optical fiber? It is very less weight, less size, lower attenuation, repeater spacing is high. That is, in terms of kilometers only we are using repeaters, not from very less distances, and it's supported in terms of Gbps. And these the applications of this optical fiber cable is telephones, internet, LANs, CATV, metropolitan networks, exchanges, telephone exchanges, militaries, and securities for CCTV. Right. These are the different characteristics of optical fiber cable. We are using LEDs, right, and lasers. And the type of multiplexing is wavelength division multiplex, which we are using, and it supports 10 power 14, 10 power 15 Hz spectrum. Right. Up to now, we discuss about the guided medium, that is twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and optical fiber. Now we are to go for wireless, that is unguided media. Wireless connection between two devices, that is microwaves, either microwave waves we are using, infrared waves are using. The best example for this wireless is broadcasting radio. You know FM. In FM, we are using wireless connection takes place. The second example is infrared. The best example of the infrared rays is TV remote control. And wireless propagation can be done by three methods, that is ground wave, sky wave, and line of sight wave. Here, first one is ground wave. See this one, the curvature of Earth is cylindrical structure. Here, one end here transmitting antenna, other end is transmits along the ground. Sky wave propagation. In this sky wave propagation, the signal reflects from ionosphere to Earth and finally reach the receiving antenna. This is the back and forth reflection and finally reach the receiving antenna. Third one is line of sight. You see this from figure, line of sight, but a perfect straight line coming from transmitter to receiver. Right. This is the dispersion loss. Next, we are go for telecommunication part. Here in this telecommunication part, discuss about first landline telephone. Landline telephone in technical word is public switch telephone network. Here in this public switch telephone network, we have to connect from home to throughout the world by using guided medium, that is we are using optical fiber cables and twisted fiber cables for this purpose. And what is this PST network? Home location to poles to central office, one central office to another central office. Right. You see this figure here in this figure, PST, how PST network can be takes place, how landline telephones can be connected together. Here, a home location, that is here in this home location, telephone having, which is connected to nearest to telephone poles to CO. CO nothing but central office switch. That is in your area having a telephone exchange. CO nothing but telephone exchange. Here, number of thousands of landline telephones connected to central office switch in parallel connection, not a serial manner. Serial manner is not at all possible. Only parallel connection can be takes place. Single lines goes to CO switch. See this figure, best here. In this, the home location we are having landline telephones by using two-way twisted pair cables connected to nearest to poles of the telephone. See, these poles are available at roadsides, right? Yeah, you have to watch in your area. Some poles finally reach the central office. Right. How to connect from one central office to another? Nothing but one telephone exchange to other telephone exchange. Suppose in your area having one telephone exchange, the next coming model headquarters having another telephone exchange. A connection from two exchanges by the trunk lines. Right. Today we discussed about the basic concept of telecommunication system. That is nothing but what is my information, what is my communication system, and what are the different types of inputs, and what are the different modes of transmission, and what are the different types of mediums we are using present in the networks we are discussed, and what is meant by PST network. This is about today's class. Tomorrow it starts from unit 1, that is cellular and mobile communication basics. Thank you. Is there any query of the students? Is any query? Type your query in chat box. Based upon this chat box typing, I will reply to you.